From Olathe, Kansas, this is Midwest Sports Saturday. On a Thursday, because we like to start a new season on a Thursday night. I think it's just become a habit every year. I like it, and it's okay. Listen, we have a lot to talk about tonight, and it is a fantastic night. You know what it is? It's football night. It is time once again to talk about football. We get to watch MidAmerica Nazarene and Nelson in the season opener tonight from the Olathe District Athletic Complex. And I want to get right into my guest, but first I want to say that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Elite Medical Billing Specialists. We're going to talk about them a little bit more over the course of the broadcast. Let them keep your business in rhythm. Contact Edie Howell, 580-453-9317. Again, we'll talk about them a little bit later on. I'm with Coach Ryan Thompson. And Coach, ordinarily, we might be talking about baseball, but not tonight.
Yes.
Not going to be talking about baseball tonight for two reasons. One, because, well, we're at the football field, and two, you're the new Director of Athletics. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Excited about the opportunity here to serve MNU in a different role.
All right, now talk about that. Did you go from one role to another? Did you have both caps for a little while, or tell us a little bit about this role?
Yeah, it was a transition from one role right into the next, and I didn't have any overlap between the two. So was presented with this opportunity and thought it was going to be a great move for me and my family. Loved coaching, have unbelievable memories at MNU as a baseball coach, but felt like this was the right timing to make a move like this. And coached here 19 seasons and just love MNU and excited to lead in a different way.
With all that time here, you know, there's really, you're so familiar with the program. I would think, you know, it's not really old hat because it's a new position, but it's not something that's just coming out of the blue and you're having to familiarize yourself with all your surroundings. You know the place.
Yes, and that I think was a big advantage. And I think also not only knowing MNU and the processes and how things work and the mission of the school, but I know all the coaches really well. And having worked alongside them and got to know them and learn from them over the years, it was just a smooth transition. I didn't have to come in and try to get to know people. I already knew them. So it was a smooth transition, and we just hope to keep the athletic department moving in the right direction and just build off of what Todd Garrett has done and done such a great job of putting us in a great position, and other people as well. But we just want to keep that momentum going, and so excited about it.
Well, you know what? It's football night. I realize there are a couple of other sports that have gotten things underway here in 2025, 2026, and we'll get to talk with one of those coaches here in just a moment. We visited with Coach Molly Kay a little bit earlier. I can say her last name.
Okay.
I practiced many times.
I'm still working.
But with Coach Molly, we talked to her this summer, and we're going to get to visit with her in just a moment face to face, and I'm excited about that. But man, it's football time. I mean, there's nothing like football time.
Yes, it has a great energy. It's different. It's unique to this sport, and it's exciting. It's fun to get started on a Thursday night, and night games always, no matter what sport, have a different energy about them, and so it's going to be fun to kick off the season and get going tonight.
Okay, so do you know more about what your role is now on a game day for football? Or what are you going to be doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to be learning a lot because we have Brandon Clausen, Bridget Barney, Trey Larimer. They've all went through this, and I'm the new guy. So I'm going to be watching them, learning a lot, trying to help in any way I can, and just learn the ropes of what a football game looks like, because this will be my first one. And so it'll be a little bit of training and learning and just trying to get a feel for what it's like, and really leaning on our staff who's done this many times. And I'm sure Todd Garrett will be around and asking him questions as well. So we're still learning, or I'm still learning, and willing to do whatever I need to do to help.
He didn't just break and run.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
He didn't. No, he is still a huge help, so he's great.
Okay, well, there's one question in particular I wanted to ask, and that I know you have a lot on your plate, and I'm sure that, I don't want to say it from the standpoint of you have a lot of fires to put out. Hopefully there are no fires to put out tonight. Hopefully it goes very smooth from that perspective. But there was talk that tonight's game might be at a different facility. I know that you guys have been working on a new facility for the football team and more.
Yes.
And so we're at the ODAC again, which is fine, great facility behind us right now. Is there a time frame or a general idea of where this is going and when the team might be able to play at the new facility?
Yeah, we really hope to be out there soon. We hope to get word on a specific timeline. We're still waiting, but we hope to get out there this fall soon and get on that new facility. I know our players, our coaches are ready, alums are ready. Everybody's ready. Staff is ready to go. So we're just patiently waiting, and we anticipate it will be soon.
All right. I would just want to know. I had to ask.
Oh, sure, of course.
I would not be doing my job if I didn't ask. So
that's right.
We have to ask about that. All right, let me ask you about baseball then really quickly.
Okay, that's great.
That's
my comfort zone.
That's your comfort zone? Okay. The last time that you and I had a chance to visit face to face,
yes.
Really last time we visited, I think, was May 2022.
Yes.
It was in Oklahoma City on the baseball field at Oklahoma City University at OCU.
Yeah.
And you had won 3 games in the NAIA opening round to move on to the NAIA World Series baseball in 2022. That was a good day.
That was a great day. We should do that more often.
Okay.
That was a great day.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, that was a great day. What a memory. I still think back to that day and that accomplishment that those guys pulled off on that visiting field with a great program and just a great memory that I still love seeing the guys that were part of that team and reliving it with them. Just special day.
Okay, well I remember that too, and it was a great weekend, and I thought there was a lot of good baseball all the way around, but
yeah.
You all came out and you were able to really fire on all syllables. I mean, the bats were going.
Yeah.
You had defense when you needed it.
Yeah.
There was, of course, there was a 9-5 win.
Yeah.
I recall to advance to the World Series to beat OCU on their home field. But the game before was 6-5.
That's right.
I mean, and it came down to the wire, and you all hung on for that one. I'm sure you could play some of those back in your head.
Yeah, I can still have a lot of memories. I can remember where hits go, who pitched where, some highlights from that weekend, and wow, what to go into that series with. I mean, we expected to play well, but you don't always know what's going to happen. Those opening rounds are very hard to win, and that team just got momentum and kept going, and by the end of that, we were playing at a very high level, and it was just an incredible experience for our program.
I know that you've crossed the 500 win mark. I have you unofficially at 565.
Okay.
Now, Chad may say something different, so I would defer to him if that were the case. But I have you unofficially at 565.
Yeah.
What does something like that mean?
Well, as I transitioned from coaching to this role as athletic director, I just felt fulfilled. I felt really at peace with my career and the memories and the things that we had accomplished, and thinking about all those wins. I mean, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of good players, and I'm just thankful, to God for the opportunity and for MNU for providing a chance for a young coach with no head coaching experience long ago when I was 29 years old, and then just to see that develop. It was just really encouraging to think back over it, and it was I felt good about my career.
Okay. If that is the right number, and again, unofficially,
Yeah,
we know it's more than 500,
yeah.
but if it is, that's a nice number to end on.
Yeah,
at least for now.
Yes, that's right.
So, all right.
That's right.
All right, 2 final questions, and then we'll
Sure.
get to visit with another coach here from MidAmerica Nazarene. We're here on Midwest Sports Saturday, presented tonight by Elite Medical Billing Specialists, and let them keep your rhythm, or you keep your business in rhythm. Okay, my 2 final questions are this. First, back to baseball really quickly. How's the team going to look this year?
I think we're going to have a good team. We've got some key people coming back. Luis Lopez, our number 1 pitcher, who is just, we thought we might lose him to the draft. He's that caliber of a guy, and a guy that in the conference tournament on his 100th pitch was still throwing 95 miles an hour. So we got him back. That's always good.
Yeah.
And that's always a real positive. And then we have some guys like Caden Owens, who huge bat in the middle of our lineup, who will be back, and we've added some key pieces in recruiting. So I'm excited to see a new era of Pioneer baseball, and excited to see some of the guys. Noah Castillo will be back healthy this year after missing all of last year. He's an All-American for us. So it's going to be fun to watch those guys in a different way, and I think they're going to be a very, very competitive team for sure.
All right, then. We've heard about baseball, but there's a game going to take place here in just a moment. That's they play this a little bit different. A little more contact in this one.
A little more
I guess
contact.
Depending upon what game it is.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
if
right.
you've had a full contact
That's
baseball
right.
game before, but a little more contact in this one. What's going to happen tonight on the field?
Well, I'm excited to see Coach Cordova get started in his first game as the MNU head football coach, and just excited to see them build off of what we've done previously, and got a great coaching staff and a lot of new people in new places, new quarterback, and I'm just looking forward to them getting started and getting out here and starting that process like every team needs to, of just getting better at each week. So you got to start somewhere. Today's the day, and excited to come out and see this group and how they grow and develop over the course of a season.
All right. Coach Ryan Thompson, I know you're the director of athletics now, but still coach.
That's
so
right.
I want to honor that. Thank you so
you.
much for taking time with us today. Yeah, we hadn't even talked about Coach Cordova yet.
Yeah,
And in his, this is his debut tonight.
That's
I saw
right.
him a little bit earlier, and he was, he suited up.
Okay, that's great.
He had
Ready
the
to
suit
go.
on. He had the great red and blue tie. The tie was fantastic. And he did give credit to his wife. I told him, it's a great tie, Coach. And he said, my wife picked this out, so I want to make sure she gets the credit on that.
That's awesome.
I wanted to know if he was going to be full suit to coach tonight, because I thought we were going to get Tom Landry.
Throwing back.
And I thought we got a throwback on that. No, he's not going to go in the full suit to coach, but that's okay. It'll be fun nonetheless. Well,
That is.
I'll let you leave the mic right there,
Okay,
and we'll
sounds
bring in our next guest, and you can go ahead and let me make sure. Leave it on, yeah. That way we don't lose any sound on that. Thanks for watching, by the way, as our next coach is going to come over here in just a moment. I want to say that Midwest Sports Saturday, this is our 78th Midwest Sports Saturday. It's brought to you by Elite Medical Billing Specialists, keeping your business in rhythm. You can contact Edie Howell at 580-453-9317. And one of the things it's actually pretty important to me, because there is paperwork that needs to be done. A year ago at this time, I was in the hospital. There was a lot of paperwork to be done, and I realized not all, papers like these, computerized paperwork and all that, because they have to take care of these things in these hospitals and clinics, and somebody needs to do it. I would trust Edie Howell and the folks at Elite Medical Billing Specialists to take care of that for you. So I want to invite Coach K over, if she'll come over right now, and we'll get a chance to visit and talk a little bit more about MidAmerica Nazarene.
Good to
Coach,
see you.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Face to face. I know we visited before.
We did. This
but-
is a lot cooler than Zoom or whatever we had to do last
Yes. I do like StreamYard, but this is better. Face to face is always better.
time. Yeah, I
So-
agree. Totally. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. Okay, you guys just got through with practice, right?
We did. I just ran over.
Okay, so let's start right there. How was practice tonight?
Practice was good. We had a match on Tuesday. We have a doubleheader on Saturday. So we yesterday was a little bit lighter post-match. Today we ramped up a little bit. Tomorrow taper off and hopefully get another 2 wins on Saturday. So you know how it is, the flow of the week. So today the girls played hard. Honestly, we're dealing with some injuries, but the girls are playing hard.
Okay, now the Pioneers 2-2 right now. I have you guys at that.
Correct.
And a lot of these pre-conference tournaments, invitationals, whatever you want to call them, before you get into full-on hard conference play, you guys did not shy away from anyone.
No chance.
Absolutely at all. So 0-2 to start the season, but let me say, a 4-set match against Indiana Wesleyan, who came in with some ridiculous winning streak, 2-time national champions coming in, so absolutely no shame there. By the way, I love the life, so it's okay.
Yeah, that
But
was
if-
my chance for a rep right there.
That was your
Bounced
chance.
right off my chair.
And then the next game, number 4 team in the country,
Yeah.
Concordia, who is very solid. Coach Bolt has a fantastic program there.
Really nice.
And so three sets there. But then you turn around and you get wins over 2 teams from the same city, and you played neither one of them in that city.
Yes.
You took on Columbia on the road at a neutral site, and then you took on Stevens back here in Olathe, both
Yes.
of them from Columbia, Missouri, and you got wins in both of them. So nice 2-2 record.
Yes.
How do you feel at 2-2 right now?
No, I feel really good. Obviously, Indiana Wesleyan, you mentioned it. That's what we have scheduled. We've committed to 4 years in what we call that power quad, where we try to get 4 solid teams from 4 different conferences to be the first 4 matches of the year for the next 4, or first 3 matches of the year for the next 4 years. So Indiana Wesleyan, Concordia, Columbia, we played them last year and we went 0-3 with a ton of freshmen. And this year I had some sophomores and we were able to go 1-2. Indiana Wesleyan is so solid, like you say, back-to-back national champions. I've only lost 2 games in the last 2 years. I mean, it's just ridiculous what Candace has done there. And then Ben knocked off Indiana Wesleyan. We watched.
I saw that.
5-set match. It was awesome. And so the Massey right now has Concordia at number 1. So we'll see. But for us, really good. Like, experience, play hard against teams. But then Columbia and Stevens probably will be 1-2 in the AMC. So wins in that is really nice because those are also in our arc, in our region. And so really nice. I'm really proud of the girls playing hard. We're a little bit undersized and graduated Conference Player of the Year, but the girls have stepped up, next man up, and it's been great.
All right, I want to drop some names now. So I know coaches sometimes get a little reticent dropping names. I'm going to, because you already have now, statistics go with it. You have court time to go with it. This isn't just a preview. I mean, you've seen them out there on the court. Alex Thomas, Callie Weinbarger. Callie's freshman, correct?
She is, from Oregon.
That's what I thought. So you alluded to her during the summer, but now you've seen them play 6-2 look, correct?
Yeah, we're in a 6-2, trying to get some more offensive looks with right sides all the time, which is nice. And Alex, really awesome. That kid actually got married, used to be Cummins, got married. It was a beautiful ceremony this summer. We got to celebrate with her. Excited for her and her new husband. And then so she's coming in on the older end, my senior, and then Callie coming all the way from Oregon, away from home, and playing big. I'm really proud of that kid. She has a lot of potential, and I know she's frustrated sometimes she wants it to be all quick, all fast, and but that kid really has a lot of potential. We're excited about her.
Before I get to some of the point production there, let's talk defense. Emily Mathis was someone that I knew that you were excited about her coming back, and rightfully so. 4 matches in, so in 14 sets, and I realize this is a relatively small sample size, okay? So I know up front, relatively small sample size, but 14 sets, she's averaging 6 digs a set. That's a pretty solid number.
That's a really solid number, especially who she's doing it against. Mm-hmm. Those teams, Indiana Wesleyan, Concordia, they're used to, teeing off on people, ending rallies, not going long rally with people, which doesn't give a lot of opportunities for digs. And boy, Emily was the reason a lot of those rallies went long. She keeps the ball alive. She plays really big for her tiny little frame. And she's one that has got ahead in her academics. So she started nursing school as a sophomore, but she's 1 up. And so if she graduates on time, she'll go through 3 years as a starter, 3 years of nursing school. She's a absolute winner in life.
Isabella Minari. Did I get it right?
You did.
Wait a minute. Hang on. I haven't done this yet. I haven't properly introduced you since you've come and sat down. This is Coach Molly Karagiroff.
That's it. Yes. Let's give him a hand for that.
I'm telling you what, I'm excited about that. That makes me very happy. Anyway, Minari, she's leading the team. She's one of your pins, leading the team in kills per set. How's her play through 4 matches?
Really nice, yeah. She's a left side for us, undersized but returning all-conference player that not only in the front row is taking care of business on the point scoring side, but also in defense is really solid. And so if she can keep up that pace, she's on track to be a big contributor for us. Like you say, small, we only have a couple matches here. Unfortunately, she took a knock in Stevens. I had to take her for a second, but we just got her cleared today. Fortunately, it was just a knock and not like something worse. And so I'm like, that was a little moment where you as a coach go, oh no. But I'm really proud of her. She's worked really hard in the off season. A lot of my pins have. We have some depth that's like, we got some people pushing each other in the gym. So practice is competitive.
I saw a bunch of girls here a little bit earlier, and I think it was the team. I'm not sure.
Not here because they were in practice.
Okay, I wanted to make sure because it seemed like that they were there. Are they going to
probably basketball?
Are they? Could have been. Are they going to get to come over tonight?
Yeah. So actually, why we moved up practice, because when I found Thursday night wasn't on my schedule, my radar, my normal football radar, because I love football. I enjoy it. But normally we try to go. That was almost another one for us.
It was.
We try to go a little bit later so we can get out of classes and labs, and we got all those kind of people, nursing students and the girls to do a good job in academics. So I moved up practice so that we could be here and support the team. We're really excited. Obviously, wish this was on campus. I'm sure you've already mentioned that previously,
Yeah.
but wish this was, but really excited to see Cordova and just a new era for MNU football.
That is really nice, when you get the new coaches coming in, and it's not like he's new to campus.
No, not at all.
So, he's somebody that's been here for a while, and same thing for Coach Thompson taking over as AD. It's not a new campus for him. I mean, none of this is a surprise to him. Do you get to watch, and I guess that you've answered that question, so I want to ask you get to watch the games, the football games that often, and do you get to bring your team over to support?
Oh yeah, we try. We encourage all of our girls. That's actually the first talk that we have. We sit down and have a team meeting, and we say, "Hey, get involved. This place is awesome, but you have to apply yourself, just like anything." And so we encourage them. Go to student government events, but go to the football games, go to the basketball games, go to the soccer games, because it's fun, man. And you know how that is on a small school. Everybody knows everybody. You're sitting in class standing next to the kids you're watching, make the big tackle or whatever. And on nights like this with this weather, I'm like, come on, we spend all day in the gym. I'm like, this is great.
This is fantastic. We actually moved the location a little bit so that we could be in the shade. It'd been overcast all day long,
Yeah,
and then the sun came out, and it was very bright, and I didn't want either one of us to look into the sun, so we're in the shade right now, and it's absolutely wonderful. I mean, you can't, seriously, Thursday night in August, to get to watch a football game tonight, the fans who come out here are going to be in for a treat. Of course, Nelson, MidAmerica Nazarene, going to take the field here in just a moment. Another aspect, we've talked about no stranger to the campus or to the athletic program. You're a Hall of Famer here.
I am.
That is so cool. I mean, so an alum, your career was stellar and fantastic, and enough that you're actually in the MidAmerica Nazarene Athletic Hall of Fame too. What does something like that mean?
Oh, it's so humbling. Yeah, it's so humbling. I was just a homeschool kid from Kansas City. I'm one of 7 kids. My parents still come out and never miss a match. They're sideline on volleyball games, soccer games. They'll show up at football games just supporting MNU, So to be recognized at that level with that caliber of athlete that has been at MNU is just so humbling. I can't take much of the credit for that. God is good.
God is good. And that's, we say that here on Midwest Sportsnet an awful lot. So we'll just keep saying that. You mentioned the large family, and I didn't realize, I had a chance to visit with your brother, Adam.
Tabor College, baby.
Tabor, yeah. I was doing KCAC volleyball media day stuff, and it was a lot of fun and researching him and wait a minute, I know that name. So
yes, I play him on Saturday.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's talk.
Let's talk, Adam.
Let's
Are you
talk.
watching? Are you tuning in, sir?
The gauntlet's been dropped right there.
No, I'll say, when he got that job, because he was my assistant for,
Yes.
4 years. I think that's right, 4 years. Then the Tabor, he didn't even apply for the job. The Tabor AD called me and said, I'm not trying to steal your assistant, but that's a pretty qualified resume to be in the NAIA. And I said, correct. I said, what do you want to know? And I was like, does he have any interest in the head coaching job? And I said, well, he's a young male, which is a real thing, to go in as a 20-something male to coach a bunch of women. But I said, but he has incredible testimony of Jesus. And you don't see resumes like that in the NAIA as far as the volleyball side very much. So I said, he'd be a winner. If he's interested, I'll tell him. And so when he got the job, he called me, and I said, congrats, man. He didn't even have to call him. He lived in my basement at the time, renting a room from me and my husband. But he comes upstairs after his interview and goes, man, they offered it to me. And I'm like, congrats. And I said, so are we going to play or not? Are we going to be siblings who play or not?
Yes.
And I said, bring it on, big dog. I mean, let's go. That was both our response. In our family, we don't back down from stuff like that.
No, I can't see that at all. And in the short time that I've known you, I can't see that at all. And iron sharpens iron. So you definitely want that. If you're going to get better, you got to play those matches.
Oh, definitely. So I beat him last year in 4. We're playing on Saturday in a little tri-match at his place.
Yep.
And so, he schedules them in August because we're used to the AC, and he sees it as as hot as it can be. He's like, the hotter the better. We're going to go at the middle of the day in August.
Okay, I want to wrap up our time with that. You're going to Hillsboro
Yes.
in August.
No
and
AC.
then-
We're going to dog it out.
I drove up here in a car with no AC, so
Did you?
I'm not even kidding.
Oof.
So
Oof.
yes,
oof. Bless you for that.
Yeah. It's another story for another time. But anyway, and then you go over to Kansas City for another couple of games. So really quickly, preview, you're 2-2 now, hoping to improve that record with some more out-of-conference play.
Absolutely. Got a couple more non-cons before we hit the road in the heart, and hoping to have another good season. The girls are hyped up for it. We're ready for it. We barely missed out on the national tournament last year, and you can tell that the girls are they got a goal in mind. I didn't even have to tell them a goal. They got a goal in mind.
Oh, yes. Okay, well then we've got, and there's more life behind us going on right now. Cheerleaders over to the side, football players behind us, Nelson's shown up, and there's more going. I've been paying more attention to you guys, but I'm excited about this opening night of football season. So tell me really quickly from your perspective, what's going to happen tonight? What are the Pioneers going to do?
Oh yeah, MNU by 21.
Okay, you heard
that
it
bad?
here on. No, that's not bad.
Oh, I think MNU by 20. There's some.
I was going to say you're wearing the blue and red, but you're not. You're wearing black and red.
I know.
That's a little different. What's
Well,
that all about?
Well, I am pregnant. I'm due with my third in January, and my gear, Adidas gear, I have all range of sizes, but I don't have every color and every size. That's just a real thing. All the ladies will know what this is like. So I got my gear that fits in different stages of this beautiful baby that I'm growing. Okay. And so, I expect good things. I think everyone's hyped up. And I think some of our coaching staff used to play at Nelson. There's something
ties.
going on there. There's
there
some ties. So I'm gonna call MNU by 21. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
If you're wondering, she's looking at the scoreboard, which you can't see right now. We'll show something a little bit later on one of the videos. Just so you know, the scoreboard still shows 0-0. So it's not like it's giving away any hints. But you keep looking at it like you're getting, you're prognosticating.
No,
from the
I'm looking over there. I'm like,
you're projecting what it's going to be.
100%. I want to see I want to see a Go Pioneers tonight. That's for sure.
All right. I will tell you this as we wrap it up. Mrs. Midwest Sportsnet, we have 5 children.
Oh my goodness.
And the last pregnancy was twins. So yes,
gosh.
there are all sizes. I'm not even going to begin to describe that. I don't want to get myself in trouble if she happens to be listening, and she might. But she looked fantastic all the way through all the pregnancies.
Bless
Absolutely.
you guys for that. Everyone thought it this one. Everyone was calling twins for this one. I just got confirmation yesterday. One baby, one healthy baby. We're excited about it.
All right. Well, congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking time.
Oh my
here on
gosh,
Midwest
thanks for
Sports
having
Saturday.
me.
And it's a thrill to get to meet you face to face.
Definitely.
And success for the rest of the season. We'll keep following you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Go Pioneers.
All right, I'll take the mic. We'll leave it right here. We have one more guest, and I know that he'll be over here in just a moment. So let's talk some football here really quickly. Again, Midwest Sports Saturday, presented by Elite Medical Billing Specialists, keeping your business in rhythm. And I've got 42 games on the docket this weekend. I mean, there's a lot of college football to talk about from the NAIA level. I believe the ones that are Thursday night. Here's our Thursday night look really quickly. Of course, Nelson here at MidAmerica Nazarene. Simpson at Southern Oregon. That's going to be a little bit later on tonight. Point at Faulkner. Cumberland's at Union Commonwealth. Getting used to saying Union Commonwealth. Valley City State at Dickinson State. That one is a big one. Judson at Mayville State. Also, that one could be interesting. Coach Flynn, his first game, his debut at Judson, and Mayville State has potential to do some stuff in the Frontier. The Copper game is coming up tonight. Montana Tech at Montana Western, and it's Midland at UMary. That's a D2 program. Midland on the road there, making their way up to North Dakota. William Penn at William Woods. UIndy at Marion. That game already in progress, and that is the monumental matchup in Indiana. So that one, a big one. No, I have no idea the score on that one. Sorry, I can't tell you anything about that. Olivet Nazarene at Taylor, and Arkansas Baptist on the road at Houston Christian. Former head coach of the OUAZ Spirit, Coach Mike Nesbitt, the offensive coordinator for that Division I program. So that is what's going on. Those are your Thursday night games. We love doing Midwest Sports Saturday on a Thursday, and it's just a blast. It's a lot of fun. So I'm excited to get to be here on Olathe, and would love to welcome in one more guest. If he'll come on in here. Lee? Thank you very much. It is a privilege to introduce Lee Waldron, who is over academic success and is the chaplain for the football team. Did I get those titles correct?
Yes, sir.
All right.
That's it. Year 5, serving the university, and
all right, you can bring it on now. I know we talked about it earlier. That's good.
Here we go. Yep, year 5. Year 5. Doing both those gigs. Yep.
That's pretty cool. That means that they didn't get rid of you after 1 or 2.
That's right. It's a get-to job. Highly relational. You get to work with the students on a regular basis, and I get to be on the football field, and that fills my bucket up once a week.
Absolutely. Okay. It's game day. It's game week, but it's game day tonight. How cool is that?
Oh man, it's perfect. I think we're the only team in town playing. The new atmosphere, the cool breeze, the fall. You get to play underneath the lights, which is pretty rare in college. So I think that you couldn't ask for a better tone to be set tonight. It's exciting. Guys are pumped. They're tired of hitting each other. They're ready to go.
All right. I have to ask. I have a good idea of what chaplain means.
Yep.
Just teasing.
Yeah.
What does student success mean? Can you define that role to be the student success guy?
Yeah. So the full title is Student Success Coach. So essentially, my job is to walk alongside others that maybe they hit a wall, little adversity, they need a little encouragement, and I meet them in the middle where they're at, and we get them resources, meet with them, whether that's weekly or just one time, basically just help them get their feet going and move them towards their goals.
Okay, now I was teasing a little bit about knowing what a chaplain is, but a football chaplain, I mean, that's its own thing. So can you describe that portion of what you do?
Yeah, so this is my 6th year serving the university and my 9th year total with sports ministry, and it's a unique niche that I honestly didn't know that was out there before just FCA, Athletes in Action. I thought kind of those were the only tracks, but then I got to find out that actually no, there's bivocational positions where these men and women are coming along programs to support the coach. And so essentially my job is to walk alongside the players, be the fly on the wall behind the scene, support them outside of everything that's not football, and ultimately cheer them on and challenge them to be better men. More importantly, hopefully seek a relationship with the Lord.
Absolutely. Yeah. See, that we get a chance to bring that in there too, and I appreciate you mentioning that. Of course, university, MidAmerica Nazarene University, you would think there might be some Christian opportunity in that, but don't ever take things like that for granted. So you talking about that day to day. Do you get to spend time with the athletes on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, absolutely. So specifically with the football team, like I'm at practice usually at the beginning, just when they're around and they're not so much in their go mode. When they're kind of in the practice mode, I try to stay back. But when they're warming up or stretching, that's a good time for me to get in there and ask them questions. How things going, how's their family. I try to remember as many nuggets as I can about things that they tell me so that I can follow up on that. It's really just heart work, like checking on their hearts, making sure that they're moving towards the mission, and that if they need help, that I'm there to be that guy too. So it's a dream job, and God has given me a chance to do it for sure. I
absolutely sounds like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, game day, game week, but game day. So what's game day been like for you today?
Yeah, so with Coach Cordova, he former DC, now he's our head coach. He's very structured with our timeline. So these guys, starting at 2:30, we had our team devotion, and from the rest of the day, they've been in meetings, whether that's special teams, position groups, offense, defense, and then ultimately until when they came to the field to get ready. So,
See him running on right now. I think this is. We're about 45 minutes from kickoff right now, but I just happened to see him running on as you said that. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, so a little different being off campus, but giving them enough time. We had a pregame meal earlier, and then now we get them here, let them be loose. A lot of guys like to walk the field. You can see the jitters, whether they want to admit it or not. There's always a little bit of nervousness that first one, and we got a lot of new faces, and I think they're all just chomping at the bit to play, and then we'll after the game, we'll celebrate, win or loss as a team, and give God the glory. And
I spoke with Coach Cordova earlier today, and he verified what I thought might happen. Drew Miller starting at quarterback tonight. So Adrian Parsons had been here for, I don't know, since the Clinton administration, maybe.
Been there a while.
I mean, he put up so many yards, and I mean in big chunks at a time too. But he has moved on. He's expended his eligibility, and so Drew Miller steps into that QB role tonight. So what do you think we may see?
Oh, I'm excited for Drew. You root for the guys that handled their jobs the right way. So Drew came in as a freshman. He knew what the reality was. He was playing against or behind a guy that was putting up numbers like that, and who was pretty much going to be the guaranteed starter for the next 2 years. But he locked in and learned a lot, and I think he's earned this opportunity. So I'm excited for him, who's really only played in blowout games when we were up by a lot. He got a few snaps in there. This is Drew's first chance to he did this in high school. It's not like it's his first start ever,
right,
but it's his first college start, and you're rooting for a guy like that to take the lead of the offense, to make good decisions, and to lead well.
When the roster for MidAmerica Nazarene, I mean, if you looked at it right now coming in, there were a lot of QBs on the roster. He was the only one with any experience in a MidAmerica Nazarene uniform. And even then, like you said, Parsons was going to be on the field as pretty much, I'm sure, as he wanted to be to get to be there. So I'm excited for Drew getting the opportunity too. We mentioned briefly Coach Cordova, who this is his debut tonight. Coach Hansen moved on, D2 job in Missouri, and so Coach Cordova interim for a second, and then they just went ahead and named him the head coach officially. So congratulations to him. I mentioned to Coach Thompson earlier tonight, saw him in the suit earlier today. He was absolutely styling. He was rocking that suit, and I'm slightly disappointed he's not going to be in it on the sideline.
So are we.
I would love to have seen the Tom Landry throwback, but your take on Coach Cordova stepping in, you were already saying he's very, very structured.
Structured, and preparation meets opportunity. You look forward to those moments, and he's been faithfully serving at different levels, Division I, Division II, as a coordinator in position role. And so for him to get this opportunity, it was February when this all kind of happened, and then March. And I'm just excited for him to get a chance to be what he's prepared to be, which is a head coach. And it's been a 5-month journey for him, but it's been a lot of fun to watch him grow and to get involved with the guys at this level.
All right, we'll start to wrap up here as the speaker's going on. Listen, our time frame for this show has shifted so many times in the last 72 hours that I'm just happy to be here and absolutely thrilled. Total shout out really quickly, by the way, to Chad Jenkins, who has done a fantastic job, the sports information director, and I realize there's probably a better title, but sports information director, it's game day for him too. He's doing a lot, so I want to give a shout out to Chad because he really has done a lot to help me get to be here tonight too. I was going to ask you, with all of this that's going on, is there anything you wanted to add to the job before we preview the game tonight?
Yeah, when there's change, there's always opportunity. And so for me, I'm excited to see what the MNU football team looks like this year. There's a lot of good young men that have worked really hard, and they put a lot of energy into this thing, and I'm excited to see where they go. As a unit, we pray behind the scenes that they would just grow and grow and grow, and tonight's a chance to grow as a team and to do what they love, but to do it in a way that honors God. And I'm excited for that because I believe that at the end of the day, that's what matters, that we can glorify Him with our talents and our words, and win or lose, that we get a chance to do that. We should be very, very grateful.
Absolutely. Well, that's fantastically. Listen, I've seen your work from afar, but it's been a privilege to get to meet you face to face today, so I'm thrilled about that. What's going to happen on the field? Any kind of preview, any kind of prediction?
Well, I think we'll have to weather a few storms. I think you can expect adversity, especially with all the brand new positions and the newness of the year, but I think that we're going to find our form and play a good football game, get a lot of new guys in there to get some reps. I'm always excited to see the new pioneer that I'm not even ready to say his name because I think they're going to show themselves like, wow, that's a pretty good player. So I'm looking forward to guys answering the bell and just having fun tonight and hopefully getting a win.
All right. Well, you heard it here. No real prediction with a score, but that, I don't know, it was very
Humble.
okay. We'll go with. I was going to go with neutral, but we'll go with humble. We'll take that. It's a
Thanks
good word. It's a good word. All right, Lee Waldron, and I'll tell you what. Stay here with me. We're going to wrap this up. I want to give a shout out really quickly to Elite Medical Billing Specialist. I hope I'm not yelling into my mic, but I might be. Elite Medical Billing Specialist. The link, by the way, will be in the description, so you can follow them. Edie Howell does a fantastic job. I mentioned just once through there, was in the hospital a year ago at this time myself. There's a lot of paperwork that needs to be done. Somebody has to do it. And those folks at Elite Medical Billing Specialists take care of so much paperwork, and they do a fantastic job. They're keeping your business in rhythm. You can give them a call, and again, the link will be in the description. Thank you to Elite Medical Billing Specialists for being our premier sponsor for Midwest Sports Saturday, our first episode of the fall of 2025, episode number 78 of this particular show, and it's a privilege to get to be here. So lots more video coming up on Midwest Sports Net. We'll give you some of the footage as we go along. Someone's going to score in this game, and we'll try to get that online for you. In the meantime, it's been a privilege to have Coach Ryan Thompson here, new Director of Athletics, Coach Molly Karagiroff, and I'm so proud of myself for saying that name right. Lee Waldron's a little bit easier name to say, but it's been a privilege to have you here tonight too. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching Midwest Sports Saturday here from Olathe, Kansas. God bless you. We're going to watch some football.